Smileys, Smiling Danny here. Today we're going to make oven roasted brown sugar chicken with coconut jasmine rice and sauteed broccolini. This recipe was inspired by Aisha Curry's recipe, but of course I'm going to put my own spin on it. So come on in the kitchen with me and let's start cooking. Now you'll want to preheat your oven to 350 degrees. You'll need 2 fresh large garlic cloves or 3 small to medium fresh garlic cloves. You'll need a tablespoon of chopped fresh ginger. I have some more over here in case this doesn't yield a tablespoon. And you'll also need a tablespoon of chopped shallots. Okay, here's my chopped ginger, garlic, and shallots. And the oven is at 350 degrees, preheated. Meanwhile, you'll want a Dutch oven. You'll want to put your heat on medium. And you'll want to put 2 tablespoons of butter. Of course, mine is unsalted butter because we're going to salt our meat. But 2 tablespoons of butter. Yes, butter. And 2 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil. And there it is, heating up. Okay, in the meantime, while your oil is heating up, you'll need to get 4 leg quarters. Leg quarters have the drumstick and the thigh. Skin on. We want the skin on because we're going to make that a crispy skin, and we want the fat to from the skin to drizzle down on our meat and make it very tender so that it'll just fall off the bone. After you wash your meat, get some salt. I'm going to use low sodium seasoning salt, and get some pepper and season your meat. Okay, we see that our oil is all heated, so we want to make sure that our pan is hot. I hear it sizzling. I don't know if you could see it or hear it, but we want it hot because we want that skin to get very crispy. So I told you in my other videos how to test a hot pan. You hear that sizzle when you put it in? Okay, that means that pan is hot. So we're going to put our meat in, and we're going to brown both sides for about 5 minutes. And I was generous with the seasonings, because if you're like my hubby and you're going to pull off the skin anyway, then you want to season your skin real good so that the flavors, when it's in the oven, is drizzling down to the meat inside. And we're going to keep this in here for 2 to 5 minutes until that skin is golden brown. I always like to put the bottom down first, just in case the pan was not hot, then the skin hasn't been disturbed. So we know by the time we flip it over to the skin, this pan is going to be hot. Okay, once that I've turned over the meat, and once the chicken is brown on the other side, we'll put it on a plate and we'll add our last 2 quarters. All right, look at that golden brown chicken. Delicious. Here's a better view. Gorgeous. Okay, look at that chicken. Looks so good. Golden and brown. So now I've added my next chickens. Okay, that pan is piping hot, so you'll want it to turn it down a little bit because we don't want it. We're about to add our shallots and garlic, and we don't want to burn it. Okay, and make sure you get you a little spoon. So we're going to disglaze. You see those little brown? We're going to disglaze this pan. So we can go ahead and add in our shallots and our garlic. A shallot is a baby onion. You'll find it in the produce section of your grocery store near the garlic and the onions. And the thing about shallots, it sort of has the outer coating looking like a garlic, but when you cut into it, you see it looks like a red onion. It tastes like a very pungent red onion. Okay, and now we'll want to add our chicken stock. Now, this is where my recipe starts to differ, because in the other videos I taught you how to make bone broth, and this I'm going to use bone broth instead of stock that we made, and I'm going to deglaze down the sides. You see how that's boiling? Add in 1 cup of low sodium soy sauce. And we're going to add in our ginger. And we're going to add in 2 cups of brown sugar. And we're going to let that simmer. And there's my brown sugar. I'm going to stir it in, making sure I get those sides real good. We're going to let that simmer on low for about 10 minutes. And then we'll add in the chicken quarters. Now that we've let our sauce simmer and thicken up a little bit, we're going to add the chicken back. We're going to cover it and we're going to put it in the oven for about 45 minutes. When it comes out, the chicken is going to be so flavorful, and it's supposed to fall off the bone. Now, this will be my first time trying this recipe, so I'm excited to see what it will taste like myself. And I'm actually, as I'm adding the chicken back, I'm going to scoop some of that broth over the top. So I want it to, see how I'm doing that. Oh, doesn't that look so good? Let me add the other chickens. Look at that. Now, I tasted the broth before I put that raw chicken in, and it tastes so good. We're going to cover it. We're going to put it in the oven for 45 minutes on 350. Oh my goodness, it smells so good. It's been 45 minutes. Oh, look at that. Oh, I can't wait to serve it with the rice. So we're going to cover it back up. Oh, okay. You know, I got to taste a little. So I'm going to taste the peas. I'm going to cover it back up, and then we'll start working on the sides. That was delicious. Oh, I cannot wait to show y'all the final product. So let's move on to our rice. Okay, the jasmine rice, you're going to substitute water for coconut milk. So we're going to have 1 cup of rice to 1.5 cups of coconut milk. We're going to bring it to a boil. Once it gets to a boil, we'll turn it down to low, cover it, and simmer it for 20 minutes. And while it's simmering, I'm going to be sauteing up my broccolini. After it simmers for about 20 minutes, you're going to pull it off the heat and let it sit for 10.